Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. How are you? Welcome to a gathering of our digital village. My name's Christiana Gaudet, your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and it is time for my favorite live of the week, your Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give you specific answers. Let's go right on over to CardCam, where you can see that today I am working with the pocket version of Aunt Lily's Tarot by Claire Lily. This is an indie deck. You can get it directly from her, Claire Lily. All right, let's get going. I do want to remind everyone that we have a class coming up, free class, everyone welcome, this Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to explore the major arcana of tarot. I also want to say a big thank you to Mixueer. Thank you for being a member, Mixueer, and thank you for starting us off with a very, very generous super sticker. I really appreciate that. Super chats and super stickers are ways you can show your appreciation for this broadcast, and I am so grateful. All right. Let's get going. We're going to start over on YouTube Vertical with Lisa E. Good to see you, Lisa. And the question is, you know I love these kinds of questions. What about T? Anything looking promising in the cards with him? And to be clear, that is initial T, not this kind of T. Okay. So let's take a look. What about T? Anything looking promising? We have the 9 of Wands reversed, the 9 of Swords reversed, 7 of Swords reversed, and Wheel of Fortune. Here's what I'm going to say. I feel like one or both of you are coming into this with a lot of past trauma, be that family trauma, relationship trauma. And so it's hard. It's hard. It's a hard conversation. It's hard to get to know each other. But I think it's worth the conversation and it's worth the effort. I feel like there is some integrity here, perhaps. So yeah. I think it is worth the effort to see where it goes. That's what I'm going to say about it. RSDSS, yes, a very modern deck. Good to see you. All right, Caroline McLaughlin, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. And thanks for using members-only emojis. You're looking for a message from the universe? Let's see what we see. 5 of Pentacles reversed, Sun reversed, Emperor. The message right now is to be grateful for what is good and solid in your life and look for the appropriate opportunities going forward. Things don't have to be perfect, but they have to be solid and stable. And from that position, how do you want to grow? Amy, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. Up next, we have Jeannie Mnuchin. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. My blood pressure has been low for 3 weeks. The medical tests aren't showing a cause. On the recommendation of a trusted acupuncturist, I stopped taking a statin and I'm using some herbal supplements for my blood and liver. Will this correct the problem or is there still a mystery? Will this pass on its own? And when and what's the source? And yes, affirming you are seeing your doctor and you will trust your doctor over your tarot reader, right? That's the disclaimer. Okay, so do we think this is going to correct the problem? I think it's certainly helping, but I think there's still something else. I think the search for the cause needs to continue. Will they find a cause? one of two things is going to happen. Either they will find the cause and fix it, and it's not going to be a big deal, or it will pass on its own. But I feel like seeking for the cause is important. So do that. All right. Back over on Vertical, Karina Morrison, thanks for being a member. You're going on vacation tomorrow. That's cool. Will the weather be good? So you're going to two places, Port Townsend and Depot Bay. Will the weather be good? It could rain a little bit. I think overall it's going to be a nice vacation. But I would expect some rain potentially in both locations. So I would expect that and then be pleasantly surprised if it doesn't happen, right? Dream it possible. Good to see you. Thanks for your kind words. Glad you're here. Let me know if you have a question. Today's the day you can ask any question at all. Okay, sticking over on Vertical for a minute. Soul, good to see you. What does Pankaj feel for Pooja? I think there's a great deal of admiration and attraction. I wonder if there's also respect. That would be my concern. Okay. Candy B, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. I finally had the courage to reapply for the job that I was unsuccessful at. How do you see this going this time around? Okay. Reading for Candy B. Reading for Candy B. I mean, it's good that you have that courage, and it's a good thing. You know, one way or the other, you're going to get a job. Will you get a job with this organization? Not necessarily. But the courage that it takes for you to do what you're doing is going to open you up to something. So this is the right thing, and it will lead you forward no matter what. Thank you, Candy B. Okay. Lisa E., I'm just seeing your response. Worth the effort is important to know. Many aren't. It's draining to weed them out. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Okay. And let's see. Vaishali, you are up next. Thanks for being here. Okay. Vaishali, you are up next. Here we go. How can I make my fears go away and be confident? I'm wanting to do things that move me forward, but I lack the confidence and courage. How do I make things normal for me and bring my life back on track? I need guidance for my current situation, and I really want to move forward with my life and make myself strong. I'm just stuck and stagnant, and I want to come out of this energy. So the important thing, and I'm going to say this to you, Vaishali, and anyone else, which is most of us, who deals with a certain amount of fear in this way. You can't make your fears go away. You have to do it anyway. Do it even though you're afraid. That's really the key, because that's how you make fears go away, is by doing it anyway. So what you need to know here is you just have to show up. You just have to show up even when you're afraid. Speak even when your voice is shaking. That's a quote. And just keep showing up. And if you keep showing up, the fear will go away. That's what I think, and that's also what the cards think. Okay, Nikita Gupta, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. What effect will my resignation have on HH as an organization in terms of workload, team functioning, and leadership? How will colleagues and peers respond to my resignation? So working backwards, I think the colleagues and peers are going to be upset and sad. They're not going to be happy at all, and they may try to make you feel guilty. Do not give in to that sense of guilt. You have nothing to feel guilty 4. So that's number 1. What effect will your resignation have on the organization? I mean, they'll be okay. They're going to think they're not going to be okay, but they'll be okay. And you need to know that. So it's okay. It's okay for you to move on. Don't let anyone make you feel any different than that. Okay. So over on Twitch, RSDSS. So this is an interesting thing because yesterday RSDSS told us that they're having a situation in their family with something that they feel is a ghost or a spirit. And today there's a question about it. And it starts with, I hope this question doesn't freak me out. Nothing really freaks me out. You're good. But do we know what this ghost's intentions are? But the thing is, I haven't confirmed that that's what it is. We know there's something there, but we don't know what it is. We don't know that it's a ghost or a spirit. And so let me read further some context. I often can't ask tarot questions because he blocks them. For example, I asked a few readers if I'd passed a test, and they all got very clear yeses, like the Sun card. But I knew I would fail because the ghost likes to mess with these readings for fun. See, I would argue that that's not what happened. Like, that's your processing of that thing. But I would argue that any reader who's going to say you will pass or fail a test is a bad reader. And so that's not a test of anything. That's just, readers shouldn't answer questions like that in that way. They should tell you what you can do to be more successful. So I feel like you're dealing with inexperienced readers there more than anything. So if it's okay with you, RSDSS, and thank you for hearing that, I appreciate that. I feel like, if you don't mind, I would like to do a reading around what is it that you're experiencing? What is it that you're dealing with here? It's something, but what is it? Like, is it okay if I go there? And when we look at your original question, what are the ghost's intentions? I will look at that if indeed I do see something external. So if that's okay. Well, Mixuer, I'm going to disagree with that too. When you say tarot is not a yes or no medium, I'm going to say that you can find yes or no answers with tarot. I'm going to say the issue around will I pass the test is either answer you give, you set someone up for failure. If I say to you, yeah, sure, you're going to pass the test, then you might not study well. If I say, no, you won't pass the test, how is that setting you up for success? So the problem is not the binary nature of the question. The problem for me is the question itself. And I would absolutely agree, Mixuer, that there are no cards that are a clear yes or no. It's all contextual, which is why it's hard. All right, so here we go. RSDSS. When we look at what's going on here, like, do we think there is a spirit around you? I cannot guarantee that there is. What I think there is, one way or the other, is a lot of historical family trauma, generational trauma. And so from that perspective, like, those are ghosts for sure. But I think they're more metaphoric. Now, it is true that when you're in a place of trauma, you can attract difficult things. RSDSS says, oh, for sure, right? So either way, I'm going to say the best thing for you to do right now within yourself and within your family is do not blame difficulties on external spiritual factors. Rather, seek to heal the trauma and break out of those trauma patterns. And either way, healing will happen. Because if you're attracting something spiritually because of that trauma, get rid of the trauma, that goes away too. So either way, how about that? What do you think? All right. And over on Instagram, if you have a question, please let me know. I would love to answer your question. Okay. Anna K, good to see you. Thank you for being a member. We're going to do you now. This is for Anna K. I would like to know if the property I'm selling will sell by year end. Okay. And I'm going to say do not plan on it. It might or not. Like it could or could not. And this goes back to what Mixer is saying about yes or no answers. Like they're only available if they're available. And so Mixer is very right about that. And I'm going to say if you work hard, you have a better chance of making it happen. So it's worth putting your energy into doing what you have to do. RSDSS, you are very welcome. Anna K, thanks for being here. And Mick Shuir, thanks for bringing up a really important point. All right, Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for being a moderator. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay, the fallen angel in this deck is the devil, and now we have the Queen of Cups reversed. It may be that there are people around you, friends, family, coworkers, who really aren't happy. Do not let their unhappiness get onto you. Just because someone else is not happy does not mean you have to join them in that. You can have empathy, you can have compassion, but you're allowed to keep your own happiness. Okay. Black Cats and Hurricanes. Good to see you over on YouTube Vertical. How do I get unstuck in my current situation? Let's take a look, and thank you for being here. This is for Black Cats and Hurricanes. I think you have to figure out what you want, what makes you happy, what makes you feel safe, and you have to go for that thing, and you have to speak like this is who I am and this is what I'm going for. And there may be people around you who don't want that for you. Do it anyway, right? You have to go for what you want. That's the key. Vanessa, I will read for anyone. Just ask a question. Good to see you. And Shirley Meador, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What did Dee think about the message I left yesterday? And will he call me back and speak with me? I don't know. I think he probably will call and speak with you. I think he had mixed feelings about the message. I think he will call and speak with you, but I do not necessarily trust him to speak honestly, so be careful. All right. Trey Cameron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Am I supposed to accept and move on or strive for something else? This has nothing to do with writing. Good. Thank you. Accept and move on. Strive for something else. Definitely strive for something else. Do you agree? Do you agree? This was accept and move on. 10 of Swords reversed. Strive for something else. Hanged one reversed. Like I'm all about strive for something else. Do you agree with that? That's what I think. Okay. And that was for Trey Cameron. So good to see you. Up next, we have Revival of Venus. Thank you for being here. All right. I've put 3 applications in, same organization. Will I hear back from anyone? A coworker who is staying, only 2 are, is a candidate for a job she told me about. I feel bad applying. It would be a great fit. Unsure what to do. And then we've got a question for your sister Lynn, which yes, I will do. Okay. So regarding this. Okay. 3 applications. There is no guarantee you will be successful here. You should apply for anything you can apply for, even if someone else you know is applying for it. Cast your net wide. You will have a job. Will it be with this organization? It's possible. And again, back to that question, that yes or no question, like I'm really sensitized to that right now. And yeah, it is. It's hard. It's all very contextual. I am not worried about unemployment for you, Revival of Venus. I'm not sure if you end up with this organization or not. So cast your net wide, apply for anything within this organization and outside of this organization, and you'll end up in a good position. All right. Over on Vertical. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to Vertical in a minute, but while I've still got you, Revival of Venus, I got to do Lynn, your sister, as well. Good to see you. She's starting college next week, God willing. She'll be an hour away. How will her life be at Merrimack? Well, congratulations to her. Merrimack is a great school. Let's see. Is she really going? She's nervous, but she's on her way. She's going to go. And I know that her going is very much to do with what you have done for her to set her up for success. And that's a beautiful thing. How will this be for her? Scary, weird. You're going to have to be at the other end of the phone a lot, and you're going to have to visit some. But I think she's going to click in. I think it's going to be hard. I think we really have to encourage her to stick with it, support her, help her. I think she can be successful here, but the transition is going to be hard. Okay, RSDSS, you are so good. I did not answer Dream It Possible. Thank you so much. I'll come to YouTube Vertical in a moment. I'm going back to Dream It Possible. And RSDSS, you've become like a moderator here, and I really, really appreciate it. Where is, let's see. And now Dream It Possible. Here it is, Dream It Possible. Sorry I missed you. I'm doing you now. RSDSS, thanks for putting my eyes back on it. Dream It Possible over on Twitch. How does my friend R feel about me now? It's not good. There's some hurt, there's some disrespect, there's some lack of understanding, there's some miscommunication. This isn't great. I'm so sorry. I think it could be fixed on a surface level, but I would not see the two of you being great friends again in the future. I think too much has happened. I'm so sorry. All right. Over on YouTube Vertical, thanks for your patience. Susanna Goulder Bradford, good to see you. I will be auditioning for 2 respected psychic fairs as a reader this week. Good for you. Those auditions are hard. What can I do to make this the most of these opportunities, and are they worth it? Is it a win-win? Okay, so first of all, you know, the key with audition is you just show up and do it. That's all you have to do. I think your ability to do this and pass these auditions is good. I think you'll find one of the 2 fairs is better than the other. You may end up working long-term with one and not with the other. So be willing, like if you see something you don't like, see it. See what you have to see. That's the bottom line. But I think at least one of them is going to work out well for you. All righty. Excuse me. All right. Melissa Grosso, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. I will not be able to make the live today. My question is about my next chapter. I'm doing a lot of physical clearing of my spaces. I'm doing a lot of emotional clearing and doing past life work in a few weeks. So I'm happy with the progress, but I can't seem to get myself to do some of the obvious steps: resume update, applying for jobs, networking. What do I need to do to get myself past this point of stuckness? It's a lack of confidence issue. I mean, that's what it is at the end of the day. And so I think what you have to do is pretend you're confident even though you're not, and just do it. Pretend you're someone else. Pretend I'm going to come to your house and be angry at you if you don't. Just force yourself to do it because it's really just in your head, a confidence thing. That's really what it is. I'm sorry. All right, over on Instagram, Jocelyn, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm a teacher in a new school. Congratulations, Jocelyn. How should I approach my first 2 big meetings next week? All right, let's take a look. I feel like these meetings, like there's a history here of difficulty. And so I think the thing to do is to really listen and hear what the problems are before you come to understand the solution. So it's a lot of listening at first. I think you're going to do well here, but I think it's going to be daunting. Again, I think there's a difficult history that happened before you got here, and that will affect things. So just be aware. Good luck. Joanne Leazag, so good to see you. We're not seeing your question. So yeah, it may have disappeared. If you wouldn't mind asking it again, we would really appreciate that. Thank you. Barbie Bird, you are here and back in time. Yes. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. Okay, I helped you with your cat question earlier this week. Good. So now I'll ask, what does the universe want me to know about my love life, work life, and friendships? So you know what this is going to be. It's going to be a 3-card reading, right? You just made a 3-card spread. So here we go. Let's do it. Okay. Here we go. Love life, work life, friendships. So I want you to notice a couple of things. I reserve the right for a follow-up. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Okay. We have 2 8s, and 8 is about motion and moving forward. And then we have these 2 wands, so it's all very connected. Everything is very connected together. Right, Barbie's like, looks accurate. So if we look at this, we've got love life causes you anxiety. Let go of the anxiety. Work life seems to be going really well. I feel good about that. And friendships are good too, because you're learning to trust. You're learning to trust others and to trust yourself to pick good friends. So some of that trust needs to convey over here to the love life. The more you trust yourself, the better. The more you trust yourself, the better things are going to go. That's what this is about. And here's Mixuair batting her eyelashes. Just want to make sure you see that, Barbie Bird. Let me know if you have a follow-up. Okay, Joanne, I'm going to go ahead and do your question now since you dropped off earlier. This is for Joanne Leaza. So good to see you. Will she see the truth, or have I lost my daughter? Well, if she's still living, you haven't lost her. You probably know exactly where she is. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of the people who make your life hard rely on a certain amount of high drama, histrionic kind of stuff. And so it's important for you not to buy into that. I feel like she knows the truth already and is manipulating. And so don't fall for the manipulation. That's really the key, because right now she needs to find herself. She has lost herself. And that's, she just needs to do what she needs to do here. So I think she already knows the truth. She's just not ready to deal with it yet. Okay. Over on YouTube Vertical, Mackenzie Knight, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What's coming my way in the next 4 weeks? Well, lots of things, but I would say the opportunity to make some bad decisions. Be very careful over the next 4 weeks. There could be exes trying to come back. There could be other sorts of things that feel like opportunities that aren't. So be very, very careful and very, very measured in the things that you choose to do and engage with over the next 4 weeks. And sticking over on vertical for a moment, Nemrak Zitro, good to see you. Who are the people who have been manipulating my phone? And this is another question like we did over on Twitch, where I haven't confirmed that there are people who are manipulating your phone. And if we look at that, I cannot guarantee that that is even a thing. So I feel like you may need to rethink what is actually happening here would be the most helpful. And sticking over on vertical, nice to see you again, Johanna Lydia. Glad you're here, looking for a general reading. And really, this is about generational healing and moving forward. Do not be defined by the trauma of past generations. Heal and move forward, even if other people in your family do not do that. All right. Barbie Bird, you are very welcome. Okay. Dr. Aled, good to see you. Looking forward to doing those questions for you. Right now, we're going over to Nalini Kalu. Good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for using members-only emojis. Do you see me moving out of the U.S. at some point? If so, will it be to my birth country or somewhere new? So let's see. Will you be leaving the U.S. to live? I mean, it really is a possibility, and I think it would be based on career or educational opportunities. Would it be going back to your birth country? Not necessarily. I mean, possibly. But again, I think it's all about opportunities, where you will find opportunities. And that's what I see as the determining factor there. Okay. Febborn, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What is the energy surrounding a potential coaching partnership? Will it impact my current financial situation greatly? If you mean impact your situation by causing you to spend money, yes. I do not see this as a situation that will make money necessarily. Would it be helpful in other ways? Yes, it would be helpful, but not necessarily financially immediately. Oh, Mixuer, so good to see you. Thank you for all your support this week. And Mixuer, thank you for your kindness. Thank you for being a member. And thank you again for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. You mostly already know what's going on. The interactions have been surrounding my aunt, who we found out has a cancerous growth on her chest. We are all sending love and healing. They found it early, so the prognosis is good, but I would still love healing energy sent her way, village. Okay, so everyone, we are sending healing energy right now to Mixuer's aunt. Given everything with her, SNN, Robin, etc., would love a message from Spirit, Grandpa, my ancestors, or whatever wisdom you get. So regarding this situation, like, the thing is this: you are not the fixer. You're not the cancer fixer. You're not the person who is responsible for bringing comfort. And I feel like there's a lot of emotional manipulation in your family. Like, do this or else. Like, you wouldn't want to be responsible for causing family strife while this is going on, would you? That's emotional manipulation. And the fact is, you need to keep on moving, doing what you're doing, taking care of you. You're not responsible for any of this. There are plenty of people who can help. And if they're going to have an issue that you're not as present as they think you should be, that is their issue, not yours. That is my story, and I am sticking to it. Makes you ears, right? Yeah. I was thinking about that earlier today. Emotional manipulation. That's what it is. I have not done you yet. Adrija Roy, you are up next. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Talking to a guy, P. He stays here. How do you see it going? Anything materializing? Well, nice that he lives near you. That's good. And again, Adrija, it's nice to see you. This reading is for Adrija Roy. So when we look at this relationship, it feels like this feels a little different than some of what you've had. There will be some difficulties coming up, and you will get to a point of, can we make this work? Can we not? And if the answer is no, this doesn't work, you need to cut it quickly. If you find that you can, you can. There are things I like about him, and I think he likes you, but I'm not sure in the long run this is going to be a match. So don't hang out longer than you need to if you discover it's not a match. All right. Allie Mammon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. How is my body, and will proper exercise and sleep cure all my ailments? From the tips of my hair to teeth and gums to my nerves, internal organs, and my inflammation in general. Let's take a look. Obviously not a doctor. Obviously, good self-care will help. There may be some other things going on here, though, too. So you may need some specific sort of treatment as well. But obviously, good self-care will help. But I would also make sure you're seeing your doctor, because there may be something else up here. Not terribly serious, but something that a doctor could treat. Okay. Catherine Fan, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Here we are. Catherine Fan, you are up next. And I just totally overscrolled. Give me a moment. Keep up here and not get lost. Okay, here we are. Catherine Fan. From my subjective point of view, I'm feeling an imbalance in my friendship, and something feels off. I feel used, power, ego themes. Friendship is respectful, consistent, and stable, but feels transactional and lacking emotional depth. In my best interest, do you have any advice on how I should move forward? What are your thoughts here? Is this a good friend to keep? There are circles, right? There are concentric circles in terms of friendship. This is not an innermost circle friend, but as a friendly acquaintance or outer circle friend, it's fine. I think it's worth having at the level it is. And if you accept it at the level it is and honor it at that level, I think it's worthwhile. All right. Lumen, you are up next. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. I want to ask a question about the current state of my role at SC. Where does it stand? And also, wildcard question, do they owe me money that I'm not aware of? If so, how can I get this resolved? Okay, so this is a reading for Lumen. I feel like you are appreciated in the role, but they could let you go any moment. Like, you're appreciated, but appreciation does not equal stability or security. excuse me, do they owe you money? Yeah, back to those weird yes and no questions. I feel like they probably do. And the way to figure it out would be a clear accounting with your books or with theirs. But I also think with them, you need to be careful because, again, they appreciate you. They like you. But that doesn't mean that they won't let you go. So you have to be careful about how you approach this. All right. Martha Vink, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. When I was in seminary, one of my classmates went missing on New Year's Eve in Manhattan. Even after extensive searching, including by us students, he was never found, nor was a body. What happened? Oh my goodness, and you were in New Haven. I mean, that happened in New Haven while I was in New Haven. I may have even heard about it then. Obviously, we didn't have social media back then, but, you know, news traveled. Okay. What happened to him? I cannot guarantee that he met with foul play. There is a real possibility that he disappeared himself to go live a different life. It's possible. It's an interesting question. All right. Yes, Trey, I did get to you earlier. Glad you're here. All right. Michelle F., good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. And thanks for being thanks for using members only emojis. My daughter Jules started a new job a month ago. They just announced some major changes yesterday, and now she's wondering if she should be looking for another job. What do the cards say? You know, yeah, I do feel like these changes could make her less secure and less happy. That's not a guarantee, but yeah, I think she should be looking just in case. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, the solid box. Today, I may pronounce this poorly and I'm sorry. Today is Sri Krishna Jayanti. How did I do? Any advice from me from the Supreme Lord? Sri Krishna. Okay. Well, it's a powerful card. This is the card of death, which is the card of transformation and healing. Right now, it is about your healing and your transformation, taking responsibility for healing your heart and transforming it. Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for being a moderator. We appreciate you. Okay, my new job has been very challenging, but I am adjusting and I really like it. Will I advance my career with this department, or will I have to move departments in a year or so to be promoted? The only downside is pay. All right. And Teresa, thank you so much for being here. All right, here we go. Man, these same cards keep coming up. I feel like changing departments is the way to grow here. I feel like you could get stuck otherwise. So yeah, you may have to change departments in like a year. Do I see you staying with this organization? Probably at least for the next 3 years, maybe for much longer. The key is about opportunities and looking for opportunities. But where you are is a good thing for now, for sure. Hey, Tyson, it's good to see you over on Twitch. I'm happy to do a reading. Do you want a general or do you have a specific question? Let me know. Tysnitz69 over on Twitch. Imee, I'm getting to you now. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Oh my goodness, I got fired again because my coworker, he just said me or her, and they chose him. So you want to know if you're going to be in a new job soon. I'm so sorry this happened. Good, I'm glad you're here. Okay, do we think you're going to be in a new job soon? I'm going to say yes. And the key really is just to look for a new job and move on. And I feel like you'll be in a new job even within the next, like probably by September, like by mid-September, you'll be in a new job. Good luck. Yeah, Martha, definitely tough. Seriously. Okay, Tysnitz69, a general vibe check. Okay, thanks for being here. This is for Tysnitz. So it's, right now, I have questions about work and money, but I feel like things in the personal life may be going pretty well. There are some frustrations here. The bottom line, with people around you, if they're not reciprocal, like if you're doing everything for them and they're doing nothing for you, don't do it. Don't do it. It's got to be reciprocal. And it may be time to do something more or different in terms of managing or making money. Okay. Hey, Rebecca Dusk, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Ethereal Moonlight, good to see you. Okay. Jennifer, good to see you. This is for Jennifer. My mom's health seems to be bad sometimes. Anything from the divine about her health? Will she live longer? What can I do about her health? So when we look at her, yeah, there are issues here. And it seems ongoing. Certainly, it's a good question for a doctor. I think you can certainly be supportive, but I don't know that there's much that you can do. I don't necessarily feel like this is life-threatening at this point, but I do think she should be seeing a doctor. All right. Ethereal Moonlight over on Vertical, good to see you. On Saturdays, we do readings, so let me do a reading for you. When we look at you right now, you need new opportunities and you need to know that your happiness matters. Your happiness matters. Look for opportunities of things that make you happy. That's important. All right. Oh, Trey, on point, good. And Mom also wanted to thank you for the chakra reading you did for her. My great pleasure. Absolutely. Right, Ethereal Moonlight, my happiness is my channel. There you go. Jenna Perkins, good to see you. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for using members-only emojis. What does the universe want you to know? Man, there's some really great things here and some really difficult things here. Be kind to yourself. Do not blame yourself for any of the difficulty, but do trust yourself to have good solutions and lean into the good things that are happening here. All right, Julie. Good to see you. After I failed in my exams, my dad's brother's son, my cousin, stopped communicating with us. Specifically, his mother never contacted my mom. Do they fear that I will ask them for help? So you want to know if they're kind of staying away because you're thinking they might be afraid that you'll ask for help. I think that is part of it. I think they don't know what to say, and so they're not saying anything. Meanwhile, I think it's for you to just figure out what comes next and move on. and not, make a huge deal out of it, just find the next thing. But yeah, I think it is showing that they are limited in their ability to be supportive. Vanessa, thanks for being here. How will my appointment with my new primary care doctor next month go? Will we see eye to eye? Probably not. But I think it will be better than some doctors you have had. I think you will not agree, but it may be more respectful so that you'll be able to work together. All right. DH, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Glad you're here. What will enhance my daily practice? I love that. Connecting with the earth. That can be anything. It can be metaphoric, baking bread, or, doing something else earthy, or literally being outside, or planting seeds, but bringing in the earth element more seems to be the thing. All right. Okay. Dr. Aled, good to see you. So an old friend contacted me. He is a full professor and really brilliant, but my friend. Does he like me romantically? I think he doesn't know what he wants. I'd be careful with this. He's probably a friend for a reason. You probably want to keep him there. All right. Okay. Justine, good to see you. Thanks for being a moderator. Okay. Wondering, does my boss truly plan on having me work a full-time schedule at work? I was under the impression I'd be working 5 days a week. But now, okay, hang on, I did the bad thing. Give me a minute. Hang on. Here we go. But now it seems like she's planning on having me do 4 days plus being a backup shift, which I'm not too happy about. I need the money and the pay isn't very high. So, here's the thing. I think you'll get your 5 days eventually. And the bottom line is you have a job, which is one more job than you had before. And it took you a long time to get to the place where you were able to get this job. I strongly suggest that you stick with the job, and if it's 4 days a week plus coverage, that's what you do. And just do a great job, and I am pretty sure you will be on full-time or full-time plus overtime sooner rather than later. Just make yourself indispensable. All right. Jackie Masters, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. We appreciate you. Okay. What do I need to know about the rest of the year for me? What adjustments do I need to make, if any? What do I need to do to stay motivated and empowered? Well, that looks like a 3-card spread to me. What do you need to know about the rest of the year? What adjustments do you need to make, if any? And what do you need to do to stay motivated and empowered? Do you notice all major arcana cards? This is powerful and a good time to remind everyone we're doing a major arcana class open to everyone, free, this Tuesday, 7 p.m. All right, Jackie. About the rest of the year, there's a lot that's going to be challenging and make you feel off balance. So the adjustment you need to make is really good self-care, especially when it comes to things that are irritating. Be careful about things that are irritating and difficult. What do you need to do to stay motivated and empowered? Do not lose sight of what you want your world to look like. Do not lose sight of your goals and work toward your goals, even in the face of irritation. And obviously it's a big message because it's all majors. It matters. It matters that you do this. All right. Gen Xers, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Gen Xers, just walk it out. What do I need to know right now about my business? There's some stuff here not going the way you want it to go. Do not spiritualize it or catastrophize it. There is a fix, like it's all about strategy. Strategy is necessary, but with good strategy, you're going to be on top of the world again. And so it's about working smarter, not harder. It's about figuring out what is actually true. And you're going to find that whatever fixes need to be made, you make them, and it's good. Let me know if that makes sense. Theranaya, a message for today? Absolutely yes. Theranaya, it is all about closure to the past and being careful about what you tell yourself. You seem to be dealing with a lot of regrets or upsets from the past, and that makes the present harder. Get your closure and move forward. Cynthia Adams, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you have a question. Okay, who is next? All right, so it is last call for readings. And Cynthia, okay, so Vanessa, oh yeah, no, I did get to Vanessa. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, Gen Xers, it does make sense. Okay, good. Cynthia Adams is looking for a message. I am happy to do that for you. For Jackie, it makes sense. Very good. Okay, Cynthia Adams, here we go. And everyone else, it is last call. So do the thing. If you want to ask a question, it's time. Okay, Cynthia, message for today. It is really important for you to be compassionate toward yourself and toward others, and to really look toward the future positively. Do not let traumas from the past keep you from believing in the good future that you could have. There's your message. All right, my friends, it is last call for readings, y'all. If you asked a question and I have not yet answered it, it's because I somehow missed it. Please reiterate. If you're here and you have not asked a question, as I said, last call. So I will be back very likely tomorrow with your Tarot Topics newsletter recap. I'll be back Monday morning with your 3-card weekly reading. Oh, Theranaya, thank you for that feedback. Makes sense. Perfect. RSDSS, thank you so much. So I want to remind you, wherever you happen to be watching me now, we have a major arcana class. It is beginner friendly and advanced friendly coming up this Tuesday, 7 p.m. Okay, and Vanessa, you have a question about your son, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay. Will my son be able to get the help he needs for his learning disabilities? You're going to have to advocate for him. Yes, but it's going to take your advocating. Okay. Oh, Vanessa, thank you. Okay, hey, Marion K. Tarot has just popped on, and you may have noticed as well that Marion K. Tarot has just announced a special event that she's hosting in the spring of 2026. Make sure you check it out. It has my full approval. All right, control room, what do we got? Okay, according to the control room, here we go. I want you to remember, I am available for private readings. There are links in the description to book with me. I'm available 7 days a week. Please reach out. I'll look forward to seeing you at the next live stream, and please mark your calendars for our class Tuesday evening. I want to thank you all so much. A special shout out, of course, to the members, the moderators, and people helping out with super chats and super stickers. Mixuir, Michelle in Toronto, I am looking at you. Thank you all so very much. Oh, Gen Xers, positive vibes to all, such good souls in this chat. Our village is just filled with fabulous people. So there you go. What are you going to do? Be grateful for it, as I am grateful for you. Thank you so much. I will see you all soon. Take care.